All right, so this is kind of a rundown of... I know, I love you. I love watching dog rescue videos. How can anybody be mean to a dog? I got to make some changes, so it's all tighty-whitey, but I'm in such a creative mode. So I set this up because these cabs side by side, that straight was in the corner there with this guitar stand right here. I was getting all kinds of like very mild comb filtering. I'm done. I wasn't into it. I did this. This is cool. This is better, but I don't like, it's like the roof being up here. I don't like this up here. This is my main cab. This is my X pattern greenback and vintage 30. It's a slant. These are both traditionals. It's straight, all vintage 30, slant, vintage 30, greenback. So what I'm going to do, well, you're going to follow me through this. I'm pulling this out. I'm pulling this down. I'm going to take a couple of guitars that are not pertinent and put them up in the rafters in stands and kind of deal with this one step at a time and get a better sound in there for the cabinets. And I'm so wanting to get a 61 key keyboard for here, because the problem is, as you can see, this keyboard comes all the way out to here. So if I put guitars here, I can walk through it, but it's like that. I don't know. I may move his bed out and put guitars back there. I got to see. He's got to give me... Just stay with me. What I'll do is I'll do a little handheld recording every now and then when it's all done, we'll fire up Pro Tools and we'll record and see what's going on. Yeah. Are you excited, Bo? Riker's supposed to come help. All right, so Bo is temporarily displaced. Don't worry, we'll figure this out. So I took the two like nice black suitcase stands out. I put one of these, whatever, the Hercules. These are nice. And it's fine for in here because nobody really messes with it. And I have little rubber bands that I put across them. So now this is open. And what I did was I cleaned everything. I cleaned the stands. I cleaned back there. I vacuumed. I pulled out these two stands. So it's real symmetrical looking. These are good. This is like my main stand. So when I'm working, I just walk right out to this. This is cute. While I'm working on guitars, this will be like over here, and I just walk and grab what I want. And I bought this about a month and a half ago. Kind of, not for this moment, but this was one of the moments. I just opened it, and somebody had already opened it, and they returned it without the battery. So maybe they bought it just to get the battery for theirs, and I'll have to sort that out with Home Depot in the morning. But there you go. Still no help. Riker's supposed to come. It worked. It's so much better. And what I did was I took the slant, which is cab 1, so now it's cab 1, cab 2. It's better like this also because it's not stacked, but it's also sequential because, crazy. But this is so much better down on the ground than up there. And then also, I did it initially, and then I tried 2 amps with no thing in the middle, and then I put the thing in the middle, and it's almost like I wouldn't say it's thinner, it's more clear, but it's because the low end buildup of the two of them kind of cross-pollinating right here, you could hear it. So I was like, at first I was like, oh, I like it better without it. Then I'm like, wait a second, no. Because the thing that's been bugging me is clarity, and it's better with this. So, and I can always add back a little bit of depth on the amps, but there it is. So this will be, I'll clean all this up. We've been vacuuming too and getting rid of spiders. But there it is. Riker came and helped me. Hello. We had our potluck for marching band. Oh yeah, this is tight. And I think this is going to be Chucky's home right here. People can kind of sit here. I only have a few people a week usually coming anyway. But we're going to clean this up. We're going to shoot a little bit of video. And I'm much happier. This is infinitely better. one more thing, not having that solid guitar stand all the way up to here. See, now it's not only way more space for the sound, but this is not a solid thing. You know, it's just sounds kind of passing through it. And sometimes I put a moving blanket up here to kind of, it just kind of tightens things a little bit. But there it is. There it is. Wow. All right. So, as you could see from the earlier videos, it came out great. Oh man, so much better. That slant cabinet up high, which, you know, a lot of people have stacked cabs in studios, but they're usually in more organized rooms, or they tent, or it's, I don't know. Like, that's just like there's like a vaulted ceiling going like this, and it's, I didn't like the sound of the room. Not that I didn't like the sound of the room. It's like I wouldn't want that like in every single track. So I figured, let me do what I can to clean this up. So we're on the same sound, exact same sound. We're using the black Les Paul. And here's the first cab. This is the slant. Here, I'll ungroup these so you can see it. Here's the slant. So this is the X pattern of Greenback and Vintage 30s. Here's the original recording with it stacked. Which is nice, but now it's down on the ground and it's been re-mic'd. And I could even like re-EQ the amp to this newer, more kind of lively, more, it's just cleaner in the mids. So here's the original with it stacked. It sounds cool, but this is the new on the ground. So I like that better. And it's a 1.6, it's a 57 on the Vintage 30 and a M160 on the Greenback. And there you go. So it's stacked. And now across. Yes, yes. And now we'll go to the other cab, which is the straight Vintage 30. This is now still on the ground, but it doesn't have the, it's been slid over a little bit so that they're spread out. And I didn't take the, I'll talk about it when we get to the 2 amps, but I have the straight cabinet straight on, and then I have the slant kind of cocked a little off, so it's not right along the wall. That's the original cab that I just did, which was so much better. That wall was just like a little problematic. So anyway, here's the same setup into the Vintage cabinet original when they were stacked. And now side by side. Yeah, it's more pure. It's I don't know, maybe there's probably not a lot of difference in that in theory, but there's something to it. I don't know. It's cooler. Now, here is 2 amps, left and right. I'll bring it down a little bit because it can get a little loud. So the left side is the PT100 into the X pattern, and the right side is the same exact Mark V Channel 2 crunch mode. Just in their places, and they phase accurate, polarity, everything. So here's the 2 amps. And then here, when I did the stopping, you can hear it's cleaner. In the original tracks, when they were stacked, the slant, you could really hear like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You could hear like, you know, it was a little cathedral-y, which I didn't really care for. Clean. Then I did the old, brought back the wooden thing, I showed it to you, with the moving blanket to kind of just separate them at the source, like right around the microphone. Here's now them with the wood in the middle with the blanket. More pure, less phasing, cleaner, not as much low end because there's a little bit of buildup. Without the wood thing, you're getting a little bit of this woo thing. Listen to it. Here's with no panel in the middle. But you're losing the pick. Here's with the panel. And if I want more low end or more womp on it, I can add more womp with the amps. But the womp you're hearing without the little thing separating them, it's kind of like manufactured womp, which isn't bad, but it's each amp getting more. They're traveling more into each other's microphones. So here's with no panel in the middle. A little murky. Here's with the panel in the middle. Phase is better too, and then I think it's even a little cleaner on the stops. Now that's just money. So I am so stoked. So here it is. That's so much better. I watched that video today a few times, and I was like, it sounds really cool, but I could hear it. I was like, I called my buddy, and I was like, I said, I feel like maybe there's too much room in the whole thing, and I don't know. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it, man. I was again at urgent care today. All the tests came back negative, so everything's cool. It's just I'm at the end of the zithromycin, whatever, the antibiotic. So they said it's like 96 hours after it's still working, and that's usually when it's all kicking out. So Riker came down and helped.
Yeah.
Bo was helping, doing nothing, just being a chunky monkey. So yeah, so the left side is the PT, and the right is the Mark II. Mark V in channel 2 crunch mode. And together, they're nice together, man. That's a nice combo. That's the Sir in channel 2, kind of lower gain. The gain's on like 4. You can go higher gain, but it's, and there's the only pedal I have on is the little Sir Woodshed compressor. There's no effects, there's no overdrives, there's no EQs, there's no like push, whatever they, like clean boost, nothing. It's so nice. It's so tight. I love it. And I mean, obviously, if I had I'm not using a gate, I would gate this in Pro Tools, right? So you'd have to figure out where you wanted to do this. Look at that. So let's say I think I need to reinstall Pro Tools. It's been in like 2 years. I think it's time for a reinstall. It's sometimes things start getting a little jumpy. I don't know if anybody can relate to that. And I mean, this would be more like it would be, right? Get rid of a little of that Sizzy Miz Wizzy there. Yeah, so anyway, you get it just. All right, there it is. I'm glad Riker came and helped. Oh, this one didn't go all the way over. Oh, all right. Oh man. So you weren't even really getting the full spectrum of it. Here we go. Last set, best set. Now they're even. I'm stoked, man. I am really. I'm so happy. I'm ready to finish that song this weekend, and we're gonna onward and upward. So, man, thanks for following me, and I don't say like and subscribe anymore, Riker.
You don't?
Not really. I mean, but I'm so close. I'm 8,590. 8.59 on my subscribe. So then in a few more, it'll go to 8.6. I'm a slow burn, man. I've been close to 20 years at this, probably 20. Yeah, it's probably like 03 or 04. But I did a year and I did a bunch of cool videos, and then I had a psychotic, crazy intern, this girl who I fired because she was just a problem. But she was also a professional hacker, and she hacked into everything I had, and I ended up losing my YouTube account after about a year or two. So there you go, man. Man, if that don't make you smile, I don't know. That just makes me smile anyway. Peace.